I'm Emily Mallory, and this is Artifact 12 for Criterion 24, showcasing key components of my summative assessment assignment. Criterion 24 emphasizes the use of assessment data to inform and guide instruction based on individual student needs and relates to standards PSE IT 7.2 and ISTE 7B, which states that candidates use technology to design and implement a variety of formative and summative assessments that accommodate learner needs, provide timely feedback to students, and inform instruction. In my 8th grade physical science class, I used technology to design and implement the use of various formative and summative assessment strategies in our electricity and magnetism unit. The Georgia Standard of Excellence for this unit has 3 elements. The formative assessment focused on elements A and C. During the week of the exam, students participated in various review activities, such as an escape room activity, Web 2.0 games such as Jeopardy, Kahoot, Gimkit, and Blooket, chapter review assignments from their books, and more. We were able to review the commonly missed questions of the different gamified assessments we used, and from there I was able to assign students specific practice assignments on Study Island to help support their lowest element of this standard. The assessment was given on Elluminate, which is a testing platform teachers have access to district-wide. Tests on Elluminate are created by teachers where they are able to pull items from an item bank, which have questions that are aligned to the current Georgia Standards of Excellence and arranged by GOK level and levels of difficulty. A variety of question types and levels were used in a range of forms, which included multi-choice, multi-select, click and drag responses. This summative assessment consisted of 3 main concepts from the unit: electricity, magnetism, and gravity, where students had to use vocabulary application skills, data analysis of tables and charts, and applied knowledge in order to rank items, in addition to several multiple-choice concept-based questions. In these results, it is evident that there is a large group of students who did not master the content in this unit. Overall, a total of 48 out of 80 students performed at the below basic or far below basic level, which is a 69% or lower. According to the charts listed here and in my summative assessment analysis, there are large learning gaps that need to be addressed and revisited. In the chart titled Subgroup Achievement Gaps, listed above, there is a learning gap in the Black or African American subgroup, the Special Ed subgroup, and the English language learners subgroup. All 3 of these subgroups underperformed compared to the others. After analyzing the data, I have developed 2 goals that place emphasis on content instruction in the form of introducing test-taking strategies to implement weekly in order to increase student performance on unit tests. First, I would like to include questions pulled from the standardized item bank, ones that are not used on the test, every Thursday and Friday on their weekly Science Starter activity. Secondly, I would like to offer test correction opportunities for students to have the chance to review their most missed questions, review over their answers, and provide corrections based on evidence cited from their assigned textbook. Additionally, I will offer students the opportunity to attend tutoring sessions before or after school every Wednesday before the test. As I reflect on these results, I was discouraged, but from experience, there has been a bigger problem that has been identified here, which is that students need to be seeing these kinds of questions more frequently. Therefore, that is why I created the 2 action plan goals that I previously outlined. I'm Emily Mallory, and this is Artifact 12 for Criterion 25, showcasing key components of my summative assessment assignment. Criterion 25 emphasizes the opportunity to provide opportunities for students to reflect on their own learning data and relates to standards PSE IT 7.3 and ISTE 7C, which states that candidates use assessment data to guide progress and communicate with students, parents, and education stakeholders to build student self-direction. In order to report and discuss these results to students and other stakeholders, I first met with the other 8th grade science teachers to summarize our data as a team. Overall, we concluded that regardless of the test, students should not be performing so low, especially after being provided with so many study materials. additional class time review, guided notes throughout the unit, formative assessments throughout the unit, weekly vocabulary quizzes, and a study island practice assignment aligned to the standard. During the collaboration meeting, the assistant principal of instruction for the 8th grade and the literacy academic coach for the school was in attendance. The special education teacher for science was also in the meeting. She advised that the SPED students should be allowed to do test corrections under her supervision in a small group setting. Since this was a common assessment, the majority of teachers did not support the idea of offering a retake. Instead, the idea was offered that students are able to do test corrections and back up their answers with evidence cited from their textbook, including the page number and the key idea underlined for clear identification of their new answer. This will allow students the opportunity to reflect and review their mistakes and also provide supporting evidence of their new answer. As part of my reflection, I made plans to implement approximately 5 to 10 item bank questions in at least one daily science starter throughout the week. Every week, students complete a science starter for the first 8 minutes of class on a Google slideshow that I create and assign to every student via Google Classroom in efforts to support student learning so that they are used to seeing these kinds of questions more frequently. My biggest key takeaways from this experience is to use data to drive instructional planning to meet the students' learning needs. It may not be the same from year to year. That is why it's important to consistently review data in order to make necessary changes in instruction to better support classroom instruction and hopefully, in turn, close those learning gaps. Thank you so much for watching.